Okay, I thought I would just do a little bit of a walk around today. We've been trying to, when I say today, not really today. I've had a lot of clients today, um, people coming in and picking up gear, and it's been great to catch up with actually so many people. People from Melbourne, just north of Melbourne, and one surprise visitor, which was really good to catch up with. And had one from Brisbane and another couple from Sydney. So it's been a busy day. So I was kind of in between clients trying to sort out this a little more so that there's a bit more structure. We're not there yet, but we're certainly on the way. But certainly starting to try and get some of the Yaesus into one area basically, and unfortunately I don't have enough room. The other side over here you'll see there's quite a bit of Yaesu gear, 102s, 107s, quite a bit that I wasn't able to, just simply can't fit it over here. But I thought if I can get some of the older stuff over here, it made a bit of sense. Things like the old FT501s, which the old Nixie displays and bits and pieces there. FRDX 400. Now that's just the receiver. I've got an FTDX 400 sitting out in the American barn somewhere. I'm just actually not sure where that is at the moment, but somewhere. Got quite a few, like get down here, the FL 100B, and I reckon there was there's a 200B as well, just up there. And I'd really love to find the matching receivers for those. If you ever come across one, just send me a message. The old FTDX 100, I've got a couple of those actually. And if you see two of something, just be ready for the fact that we need to make space, because I would love to get all the Yaesu gear in this one area. We don't quite need so many duplicates, but anyway, we'll get there. Quite a bit of FT101 lineup equipment, where it's basically, for the moment, I've really just thrown them into place and said, right, let's just see if we can get a few. There's a double E there. You don't see as many of those, to be honest, and a few transverters, etc. And the old unit, and that's the one I spent quite a bit of hours I can't get back in my life restoring that one. One of my really old 101Es, I've had that one for years. That's quite a classic. The only one that comes close to looking as good as that one is actually a mate of mine from Swan Hill, which I'm still trying to work out. We've got most of the problems fixed on his radio, but there's still one little niggly one that's... anyway, we'll get there. But certainly 101s, they can be a bit of fun. But as you can see, just sort of getting bits and pieces. Now, something I did find today, which I thought, this is really good news, because I thought we'd sold it. I found the receiver, the FR101, that goes with the FL101. Now, what used to happen, that FL101 used to go with this Hammerland up here receiver. And that's how I bought that setup. I bought the Hammerland out of a chap, mate of mine in Wodonga, and I bought that and the FL101. At the time, thinking, surely I'll find an FR101, but I didn't think I did. But when I was out in the American barn today, I thought, hang on, it was the other way around, sorry. I found the FL101, which I knew I had out in the American barn, and then I found this actually down on the bottom. It was right down the bottom over here on the bottom shelves. Couldn't believe it. It's been staring me in the face, anyway. So this is just giving a bit of a Yaesu array, some old 720Rs and memorizers and, FT7s, etc. Got a number of boxed 844s, etc. for the different radios, where we've been able to sort of... They're a great old mic. They probably weren't the best performance mic. They're okay, but they certainly look good. And speaking of that, actually, down here I haven't bought these out yet, but I've actually got that thing looks... it's incredible condition, that FT7, and it's got the matching FL110 amp. Had a feeling we had another FL110 amp somewhere over here, to be honest. So many amplifiers. Look, I've got a few of you chasing amps at the moment. Some of you are chasing 300-400 watt amps, which most of these sort of amps are not 300-400 watts. They say they are, but they're not. don't wait for me at the moment. But if you're looking for something, between 1 and 300 watts, maybe, so we can help you out there. All the amps, actually, that's a nice Elite line, actually. Got a few of those that's sitting in the other room. What was I over here looking for? This is the problem, I get distracted. FL110. I was sure there was another one sitting over here somewhere. If you see it, just put it in the comments file and say, hey, you missed it. It was on the third shelf to the left of the... I've had that happen. I had a customer yesterday, needed a micrometer, and literally sort of said, hey, it's in this video, go find it, I want it. Yep, no worries. Still took me time to find it. A mess in this place. But, I don't know where that other FL110 is. Trying to think whether it might have been in its original box as well. And that's what might be, which means it could be in the other room. Anyway, just thought I'd have a quick look over here just while I was thinking about it. But yeah, look, some of this Yaesu gear, what prompted all this was actually a good mate of mine in Tassie. We've just set him up with a really nice Mark II FT101ZD, and in the end he's bought a tuner and speaker and some bits, that really, look, they're lovely setups to put in place. And I mean, you can go wild, you can just keep buying the I'm probably speaking to him a bit. You can buy the Crow. What else can I sell you? We've got a few of those actually in the box. We've got, as you can see, YO901 sitting in the box like new. And I think, no, that was an SM220 up there. Somewhere else I've got another one in the box like new. Yeah, look, 101ZD lineups and 10, and 901 setups, really lovely, really great radios to be able to set up and have a bit of fun with and build your lineup as you go. And you don't necessarily have to build it all at once. This one's going to go because I'm putting a Mark III in this spot here that's sitting out in my where is it? It's in my main Radio Shack at the moment, but I want to move the Mark III out here, so I'm going to need to move the I've got the VFO, the digital VFO for the Mark III, and so this is the FT101Z. It's got the matching VFO. This is the non-digital version. Believe it or not, this is a really rare find. It's in great nick too. It's hardly a mark on it, but I wanted this because it was just a part of the illustration of the years of obviously the FT101 series, and excuse me. And look, if it doesn't sell, it can stay here. But I just, as you can see, battling a bit for room because of the, as you can see when you stand back from this a bit, it's great that we've got a bit fitting on there, but we're definitely running out of room. And I don't know what we'll do, whether all these CBs got to go. So basically, as we get the CBs out, we're basically going to just fill up with amateur radio, and this room will be primarily amateur radio only. Now we are going to do another area that's going to be CB only. Now I haven't spoken a lot about that, and there's a really good reason for that because I wasn't going to do it, but I've decided that I think we should. Anyway, so more on that in time. But anyway, my job over the next few days is getting through a lot of these shelves here. There's a lot of stuff that's got to go out, and especially the CB stuff if you're sort of, as I'm panning around the shelves. And this is as much as I wanted to show you just how we're starting to put the Yaesu gear together, and I don't want every video to be a for sales video, because the truth is I love the hobby, and I sort of sometimes being out here for a few hours organising a bit of Yaesu equipment and getting it into its years and having a bit of a play, it's a lot of fun. And I must admit, but often I don't get the time because of the enormity of how much we've got to get done at the moment. But we're going to set up actually a full, the working station we're going to have in here, I think is going to be I've got a brand new in the box, like it's never been opened, FT102. That's not true. Actually, that's not true. How do I put this? It's never been used. Yeah. I'm trying to think how I word this. It's had the screws out of it because I took the screws out of it. The only reason was that it had a relay. So brand new out of the box, it had a relay that when I tested it was giving me a bit of trouble. So anyway, I did the whole relay kit, etc., put it back in the box, and but anyway, that's the one And look, it still smells like new, but I suppose it's not new when you go and have to replace relays after 30 years. And this is sometimes the problem with some of this gear is that it can be new old stock, but it doesn't mean it's going to work. I mean, I've got a 120S here that box, it's like new in the box, but until we fire it up, it's been sitting in that box for a lot of years. You don't know. Anyway, we're going to put a 102 system out here that's going to be working, hooked up to an antenna, and that'll be that new one, which will go with the digital VFO, the speaker there, and what else do we have for this? Oh, of course, the 102 FC102 antenna tuner, and actually Miles was here the other day. He was reminding me that we sold him one of those, and actually the one he got was pretty nice. Actually, they're hard. These really hard to get. Without being scratched up everywhere. We see a lot of them where the front panels have taken a pretty hard hit over the years. And anyway, all right. So as I'm just panning around, I'm really doing this video for some of the CB guys. The amateur side of it, definitely. I'm really happy that I'm able to show you what we've been doing with the Yaesu, but I sort of thought if I can start showing you what's got to get out of here. Oh man, so much. I mean all these things like Tokyo high power amplifiers, brand new in the box. Look, and if I try and sell it to you bit by bit, it's just going to take hours. But I'm just going to pan past a few things. I mean, that thing there, it's got the full DSP kit in it. It's like new. Display's perfect on it. You will find with some of those that they weren't, but that one's a real good one. These old sharps, and the reason I'm getting into this is very soon, about another week, the container from the US, it's already cleared customs, so it's making its way up here next week, and I'm actually putting that into storage. I've got a storage just down on Bungilla Road, and I've taken some space for that. It was just smarter, to be honest. I can set up some tables there and get things sorted out, but and then of course we've got quite a bit coming over from South Africa at the moment that's making its way over, so you'll see a bit of that. This was the Atlas 210 that ended up going into with the digital display that when I showed you on a video previously, we actually didn't have that in the module, the command module, and yeah, they look really good when they're sort of sitting in there. This one, so nice in the fact that this is the original brochure, so this is not a photocopied anything or anything. Have a look at this. This is the original brochure you used to get out of the US of the Atlas 210, and I actually sold one of these to a really good mate of mine, the 210s, and I wish I had two of these. I would have loved to have given him one of these as well. Unfortunately, there wasn't, and the rest of this was sort of photocopied stuff on the Atlas 210. And actually, Norm, I might actually see if I can run some of this off for you, maybe scan it in or something, because this sort of stuff here might be useful to you over the years. There's a lot of 210, 215 information, but yeah, that brochure, that's just crazy good. And big thank you to you know who you are that supplied that to me. You really appreciate that. Anyway, as we're sort of going through here, yes, there's a lot here. I just want to try and see if I can get the focus on getting all the super cheaters out of here. These presidents, I mean, some of these are just not presidents. This is the high power president with FM, AM, etc. There's a lot of very unique radios in here that you're going to see that honestly you don't see in Australia as much as you think. It's there's probably sort of 8 or 9 collectors I know of who are a bit like me that they've got actually quite good displays. No, they really have, and that's great. But when you actually go to get one of these, you generally have to go to the US to get them because most of those collectors don't want to part with them, and that's fair enough. But anyway, as you can see, it just goes on and on and on. And look, there's a lot of Kenwood Icon accessories and bits here. They're going to go as well. There's only certain hand bits I even want to have in here, to be honest. You see things like this Ten-Tech Argosy. It's quite a rare little beast, but that can probably go. I really probably just have a certain flavour of equipment I want to chuck in here, and I just know the problem's going to be we're going to run out of space. Got a few Adams that'll be coming up as well. The old President Adams, and look at this. This was one of Ross's. Remember the days when they put these switches, these thumb wheel switches? Terrible. Anyway, Dick Smith gear down in there, and there's a Midland in there. This actually goes with a Craco to give it full VCO coverage. That's in the box somewhere. Yeah, there it is. So that VFO, that there's actually got this Craco sitting in it. That thing's like new. It really is. And very hard to price things like that at times. I don't know what you guys are sort of finding, but some things like that you're never going to see again. Very, very hard to put numbers on at times. And often we sort of come up with a number that, that's up for sale at the moment. That's 735 with matching power supply. Cobra 138A, XLRA, but that's got a DigiScan sitting on top of it. That's one of Brendan's old ones, that one. Oh, goodness, like things like TS450s going out the door, Tentec Argonaut 515s going out. So there's a fair bit that'll go out the door. And things like the 107, so I only want to keep one 107 lineup. I don't want to, have one of every colour. We had this problem with, and you'll see actually back on the other side, there'll be a few of these coming up, FT200 series. Now, I've got them in the box like new, and as you can see, even like this was not one that came to me in the box. Have a look at the condition of that, and that is just beautiful. But I actually have them in better condition, if that's possible. Bit of dirt though, jeez. Yeah, didn't do a good job of cleaning that completely. But we also have the, that's still labelled. I thought I bought the Tempo one up. I didn't. I've got one that's labelled Tempo as well. So the Tempo 200. But no, I didn't bring that up. All right. I don't know where that's got to. I thought I did. Oh, well, I'm going mental. But yes, so, there's obviously a few FT200 systems that'll be coming up. And look, anything that you're seeing as I'm sort of moving past, I mean, we've got stacks and stacks of things like, the Royce 641s, we've got 641s, we've got 642s, the 3 metre version we've got as well, got a few of those. Geez, have to check on David's list, but I know there's a fair few coming through that, and don't get me wrong, some of David's stuff I sort of want for me, but there's a lot where I've just bought the whole lot and just, it's easier sometimes just to buy it all. We've got a number of Navajo bases coming up, beautiful ones, and these Navajo bases, the 457s, I'm trying to remember the numbers on these things now, because there was 2 versions. 457. They were, classic, beautiful radios, really were. And once again, you just don't see them as much. I know for a fact we've got a few spare Tedalexes coming through. Now, again, the stuff that we've got coming from we've got some stuff that's new in box that has been sold already. We had quite a bit in the US shipment that I sort of got onto collectors early in the piece, and obviously trying to cover some of my transport dollars, decided to move fairly early in the piece. Yeah, definitely. I don't think there's anything as new in box. There might be stuff that's still got original boxes left. Actually, there might be even some of that coming from David as well. I just can't remember exactly what is coming from each side, to be honest. It's just so much gear. These old 440s, they're a great radio, seriously. If you looking for something that's not going to cost you a lot of money, 440s are always a good go. And this is Marty's over in South Australia, his 520. He did a lot of work to this. This actually is a really nice radio. I fired it up, and some of the work that he's done to it, beautiful. Just really, this one will just keep to run with the rest of the equipment here. Oh, my hand's starting to cramp. Changing hands here. Just it's been a long day today. Been doing a lot of work today. And this Madison base is up for sale. I'm actually just talking to a chap today about that. Which reminds me, sorry, I've got to go and get some photos of the other ones. And the workshop area is still reasonably clean. I've used it today, all day today. I've been doing a lot of little jobs while I've had to, and I am impressed that there is still bench space after literally, a week since that last video, I'm guessing. And how are we going here? Are we broke yet? Let's have a look. $2.17 up a little bit. All right, I'll get rid of this here. I can't see the Bitcoin price. Oh, 94. Okay, yep. And for those of you that are trading with me at the moment, doing bits, Yes, it's Christmas. It's shocking. No one enjoys Christmas. Not for crypto traders anyway. Good for buying, definitely. And I say that over and over again. Just buy it now. Just totally go crazy buying it, but don't try to make any money on it for about a month or so, I don't think. Anyway, all right. Look, new inbox DX 949s, 979s. There's just so much, and I'm really just trying to run the camera. That high gain base is in incredible condition. That thing. There's just so much. One of the things I'm finding hard is how to market to the CB environment, because it's not something that I've been particularly good at. I'm just going to be honest with you. I haven't. Don't have the context. Amateur radio. I can sell amateur radio all day long, every day of the week. That's easy. That is something I've got my base and. But at the moment, CB has been slow. I move probably more in volume, more overseas than I do inside Australia right now, to select clients that we've got around the place. But just trying to remember what I hit around here. Yeah, all these are coming up. Cobra 142s, the Craig base there. Sorry, it's a bit dark around here. This fluoro's died. I'm just waiting for the new lights to be fitted. That 40D is going to go for sale. The chap that was going to buy that, I think we might have just taken every last dollar he's got buying Yaesu gear. So that might become available. I'm going to hold on to it for a little while for him, just in case that changes, because he is the right guy for it. But there is another one. He doesn't actually have to have that one. There's another one if I find a relay for, we can sort out for him. Now that's Yaesu. What's that there? All right. Probably I'm going to end up having a radio fall down if no, let's not do that. There's a few more trams and DACs and bits and pieces around here. No, that's a Bengal in the box, I think. Box is a bit stuffed. That's another Bengal Mark II there. There was another Bengal Mark II somewhere around in this mess. Oh, there it is. There you go. Sorry, you can't really see that. It's too dark. Sorry. Anyway, but yeah, look, we're going to try and see if we can get a lot of the CB stuff isolated and really in front of you a bit more, so that you can see what it is that is coming up on offer, because it is really hard doing it the way I'm doing it at the moment, for you to focus and go, hang on, what was that, and hang on, can you send me shots of it, blah blah blah. And I get a lot of messages like that, but it's hard when it's all behind wires like this. And but some of these radios, I mean the Midland 79900, that is a really rare radio. You just don't see one of those. And it's full 40 channel sideband, etc. It's not just an AM set. And it's this is the thing, is that we do have a lot of radios in here at the moment that probably they're not getting the publicity they need. It's 40. Yeah. The old Doug Soundstrom Sound 4 SB18A they were, and that's back in the days of Sound 4 CB. My goodness, and they did a lot of stereo gear, etc. back in the day. Some of the old SBEs, etc. But yeah, look, we'll try and individualize these a bit more. This has turned out to be a lot of gear on here at the moment. There's a lot of Layby stuff, because we're overflowing in the Layby in the American barn at the moment. So, but we've got people picking up over the next few days. This is a good area, actually. Good mate of mine just bought this. He'll be wrapped. Seeing him on the 2nd, so you know who you are. Be good to see you, absolutely. And more stuff going out of here, which is good. But yeah, we've got to get in here a bit, and just because as you can see, this room's starting to fill, and that wasn't the intention. So we need to get onto that. Somebody did a lay-by. Now this one we're a bit confused over, because we couldn't see a deposit. We can't find the email. If you were the person that took the FT757GX, FT757AT, and the FP757 HD, can you please contact us? Just drop me an email to brenton@posnav.com.au. My apologies, but unfortunately, it was about 2 months ago, and I have no problem. Look, if you're having trouble in regards to the lay-by situation, it's no issue. Look, it's not. Please, we're not wanting you to contact us so that we can tell you off anything. It's just a matter of finding out if you're still able to take it, or if you're not and you weren't able to put any money in the account. It's no problem. It's it's no big deal at all. So please know that but if it is you and you do want it and something's just gone wrong, we can always increase the amount of time and help you out. We'll work something out. But yeah, there's a bit in this room that's got a little bit congested. We're that's that 102 that's like new. Can't call it new. Can't call it new. Anyway, all right. Well, look, as you can see, we've got our work cut out. We've got to get a lot more to you guys and give you a bit of a look at just what else is coming up. I mean, look, every nook and cranny you look at, there's just stuff that, you know, big KLB 400s and that radio there. It's one of the cleanest super bingles you'll ever find on the planet. It's really clean, clean, clean. Oh, goodness. So, yeah, not all this is Layby, to be fair. Mainly the bigger box stuff is Layby. But I'm just looking and going, my comment about it all being Layby, no, it's a bit half and half, actually. So, anyway, it's obviously where things dropped at times. And, oh, look, these old broses. Beautiful. All right, guys, thanks very much. I know this video is more, you know, it was supposed to be just to sort of give you an idea how the Yaesu setup's going. But in the end, it's always a chance, I suppose, to market some of the other bits and give you an idea what else is coming up. There's just so much CV stuff that's got to go out the door. Oh, there you go. That's the other one. It's all right. It's funny. I found I had a number of these lying around. I just shipped one to a chap today. That's the one he was talking about. It's not the one I found him, and it doesn't matter because they're all like new, they're beautiful. But interesting. I reckon that's the one he was talking about. Doesn't matter. All right, guys, thanks for having a look at the video, and like and subscribe, and certainly thank you. Actually, seeing a few more subscribers coming on board, which is good, and getting a lot more international, which is good too. Because if you're international and you need us to ship to you, please. We'll make it happen. We're getting good at it, to be honest. We're really getting a lot of international inquiries, and it's no harder for me to box up something and then fill out a customs form. And yes, we can play with the numbers, no problem. So that's all good. But certainly, happy to help out. All right, well, guys, if it's on the shelves and you're interested in it, get on to us. We're, there's a lot of this is going. There's only certain things I want to keep, so you'll probably find that I'll bend pretty easily to just about most requests just to get some stuff, especially the CB gear. 100% the CB gear, I sort of do some amazing deals on. So, Jay, if you're watching this video, you were chasing a 271H. Sorry, mate, it did sell. What I was thinking of was these boxes down here, but no, these are not 271Hs. I had a 471A, but that wasn't in box anyway. But and that's got to come up for sale pretty soon. But 271H. Unfortunately, mate, I jumped a bit early on that, thinking we might have had one still here, and we did. But I know where it went. It went to the Philippines. And sorry, my client's name in the Philippines. You're in Sydney. That. You ship a lot to the Philippines. Sorry, mate, I've forgotten your name for the moment. Too many names, too many people. But certainly, it's good. It's good what you do, shipping a bit of equipment over there, and always good to help you for sure. All right, guys, 7-3s, VK3 Charlie Mike, Tango Malenga. Hope you're having a great Christmas break, and New Year's coming up very soon. To my crypto friends, hang in there. It's going to get good. If you think you've made money in the last 8 weeks. And I know at the moment, it's dropped back a little bit, but, who cares when 400% drops back 50%? Sorry, 400% drops back to 350%. You're still doing well. Just hang in there. But yeah, don't panic or anything. You're about to see some very next level things happen, I think, as we move along. So anyway, hang in there. And I certainly am. Don't get me wrong. I took some profits. So just remember that, guys. Along the journey, take some profits. Absolutely, always be taking profits, but don't sell it all. Don't give it all away. All right, guys, thanks very much for having a look. And as I said, like, comment, and subscribe. Hit the notify, blah blah blah. And if you've got any suggestions on how I can be doing this better, 2 things: how I can be organising this better. I'm trying to sort of do it Kenwood, Yaesu, ICOM, maybe set up some areas that you almost go from Kenwood over to, maybe there's going to be some ICOM here, and then maybe, who knows, but you get the idea. But and secondly, if you've got any ideas on how we can move larger numbers of CB radios, if you want to be an agent for us in a state or something, get on to me, talk to me. We'll do deals, because I really want to get a lot of the CB stuff out. This is nothing compared, like what you're looking at here. Most of you that have been here know that this is nothing compared to what's sitting out in the American barn. I mean, we've got some really nice golden eagle stuff. Like there's so much stuff out there. Lovely old trams, lovely old bits and pieces that I need to do an update out in the American barn as well. But for the moment, this should keep everybody busy. If I can at least get, well, the truth is, as I clear spots here, I can bring more stuff up from the American barn. It actually works quite well that way, and we get in front. All right, guys, all the best. Thanks very much. 73s.